Hey YouTube! I thought I'd wear my new hat in this video because it matches the t-shirt and it completes my trucker look with my genuine American Levi's 501s made in China. Yeah, so here is, this is not a J-Pax. She would be appalled if anyone thought that. This is my attempt at a swirl paint job. It's quite 3D, as in it just looks like it's got big lumps of shite stuck to it and then varnished over. Bits are some interesting bits. Look at the way that bit there's cracked. That's pretty cool. And then it's like there's just bits of just blood and excrement, really. And bits. It kind of didn't really work, to be honest, at all. Basically, I'd done a few donkey ones and it worked out really well. And I did this one, and then all the paint just stuck to the bottom of the guitar. So I just I did go over it a bit with, I think, that orange and that green, the glow in the dark paint, just to make it less white. But I really wanted to play the guitar. So the story with this goes, I had one in a bl450, which is the top of the range blazer in this era, from bl450. He didn't want to sell me it though. It was basically this guitar, apart from it had a cherry red, you know, a candy apple red finish and a candy apple red headstock, and another switch there for the Super Tap 6 pickups. And I thought that was a most amazing, a coil tap switch. I thought that's amazing. And like I said, I started looking for them, I couldn't really find one, and then just my pal Craig, the guitarist in the Sabbath band, was like, what about this one? I was like, that'll have sold in 10 minutes. He was like, it's only been on 10 minutes. I was like, so I phoned up and just drove to Edinburgh and got it. You've seen the video of that. Missing all the bits, but it wasn't actually missing really any of the bits. It had been badly painted with a brush. It had been sanded down and badly painted with a brush blue at some point in the 80s. And the washers, the nut that goes on top of the controls, were missing. So all the electrics, although they were still there, were inside the guitar, so it looked like they were missing. I think the pickups the pickups were visible, but I just saw these pickups and thought, oh, it's the same pickups. They've got the 3 adjustment screws, they've got the big massive poles, they look kind of like the ones in my Yamaha SC, which the thing I did with that was I bought the 400 model, the 600 model, which didn't look as nice because it's got like a chamfer on it. I think it's a through neck as well, so it was more expensive, but the same pickups, but it had a coil tap, and those pickups, although that guitar doesn't have the coil tap, the pickups did have the extra tab, so I put it in and I got the coil splits. This one's not the same. Those pickups don't have the extra tab. That'd be the thing I would change. It's a really disappointing we didn't have that. So this is basically the same as the top of the range one, apart from the paint job and Super Tap 6. These are just Super 6, which are the most powerful pickups, including aftermarket ones that you can buy, according to the brochure of the time. DiMarzio, basically, copies. So 5-way switch. This is a phase switch, which is a bit pernickety, but I never use phase anyway. Just obviously it knocks the middle pickup out of phase, so in positions 2 and 4 you get a phased sound. I might make it do something else. These pickups aren't opposite wind, so you can't put 2 of them together to make a humbucker. Otherwise I would consider doing that, because this is my guitar to do with. But I mean, look at that bridge. I don't know if you can see, I haven't cleaned it up properly, but that is brass. It's all brass. There, look at the big chunky brass block on it. I'd basically just put that heat shrink caving on them to stop the springs vibrating, but really just because I thought they looked cool. I didn't want to put it back on the guitar. Yeah, so I mean, it's got a 1-piece maple neck. It's like, you can see, if you look there, you can see there's no gap. That's an actual skunk stripe. 7 1/4 inch radius. Best bullet truss rod design. This one is custom made. See, but not the ultimate expression of craftsmanship, which it turned into later on. They were just going for custom made. Serial numbers on the back plate as well. Again, these things say if it's made in Japan, it is. So L81. L will be the month. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I don't know, I can't work it out. Whatever it is, this is the 1982 model guitar, so it must have been made for the 1982 catalogue, because in 1981 this model didn't exist, and in 1982 it did, even though it's an 81. But again, looking at the red one, it's got this sort of hooks you can't really see because of psychedelics up. When I got it was manky, right? Totally, it really, really needed restored, which I did. I don't think I haven't actually had to replace anything. These knobs are not original and nothing like the original. They were just the first ones I grabbed, and even though I've since got proper brass knobs from a Blazer, there's something about those ones that just look right on this guitar. So I've done it, and I like that. I even bought a pen to get that as a switch tip because I liked. It's just cool. So a wee bit more like that's just the biro bit at the back. I remember biro pen, you could bite the back bit out. I've seen that before. I tried to get a red one, but it was the wrong type of pen. It didn't come out. So it had to be a black one. I can't. The reason I've not been playing this guitar is I can't. I think this might affect one or two of the J-Packs as well. See the paint, the guitar's sitting on paint, right? In this case, lumpy paint. So it doesn't return to pitch perfectly. Like the bridge set, I mean, you can kind of see it stays up. So I think it's just sticking. So I think what I need to do is, when I put strings on this, is I need to take that off and then sand the bit where the bridge contacts the body. I think just behind because obviously it's hinging on these 6 screws. So if there's chewy bits of lumpy ming below that, it's probably pivoting on it and causing it to stick, is what I'm thinking. Because there's no other reason. I mean, it's that it would not return. I don't think it's anything. It's nothing to do with up at the nut. I think it's just purely a bit covered in paint and a bit shit, perhaps. But we'll try that. Yeah, no, I mean, this was my main guitar for a good while. Paid pure stupid money for it. The sort of money you just go, of course you would have bought it. Maybe you wouldn't have left it this painted colour. But it needed stripped and painted anyway. So I tried the dip thing. It totally didn't work. I went, oh, fuck. So I just left it in the garage, and then I tried to spray a bit of the green and the orange on it until the cans ran out, and then just fuck it. And then the following day it was like, I need to play the guitar, so I built it back up again. And then as soon as I put the scratch plate and stuff on it, I went, actually, maybe I quite like it. So I think I played it for a day like that, and then I took all the parts off it, just varnished it, and then built it up the following day. And it's just been like that ever since. It's just got yacht varnish or something on it to try and keep it on. But you get some psychedelic bits with the dips. It always seems to go that browny sort of textured thing. But again, when this is pre any J-Packs guitars. I just like guitars with a bit of colour in them. I'm kind of maybe a little bit sick of guitars with a lot of colour in them. I mean, there's more. J-Packs are still coming. I've just not been doing videos on as many of them because I've not had them here. But I need to get this up and running. So maybe it doesn't feel. It feels slightly bigger than a Strat. It's probably, like 5mm. It seems bigger in every dimension. It's just like a Strat, just a wee bit closer to you. I don't know what that is. But anyway, so another 8.5 minutes seems to be my time on these. That's quite good. Yeah, so I mean, again, if you see an Ibanez Blazer, especially the brass bridge, though, all brass. I mean, how much would it cost you for a brass Stratocaster bridge? With a brass block, would a brass block cost you 50 quid? And you're like, never mind brass saddles and a brass plate and the original proper tremolo bar, and the brass knobs, which I haven't used them for anything because they might want to go back on this, but I don't know, I just don't like them. Sometimes knobs, I'm still not happy. These are not the finished knobs. They will appear somewhere in a box or on a guitar, and I'll go, those are the ones that my Blazer wants. Rock on, like and subscribe. This isn't a playlist. I'm just running through all the guitars that I can find flying about. Yay! It's actually quite enjoying doing it. So hope you get to sleep soon. Maybe another one. Maybe might just be enough to. I'll try and do a soft one. I'm trying to end the playlist with a really soft spoken. And this is a tremolo. I need to find a really boring guitar to do. I'll do the Les Paul. And this is a Gibson Les Paul with the maple top for tone, for the brightness of the maple. And